For centuries, humanity wondered if they were alone in the cosmos. That question was answered in 2374 when the Galactic Council made contact. They did not come as conquerors, nor did they arrive in warships. They came in massive diplomatic vessels, offering gifts of technology, knowledge, and peace. The Council was an ancient alliance of hundreds of species, ruling vast swathes of the galaxy with what they called benevolent order. They had existed for millennia, guiding civilizations towards harmony. Humanity was the latest species to reach interstellar capability, and the Council had come to welcome them into their grand design. But with their offer came a condition. Humanity was to integrate into their system, adopt their laws, and submit to their governance. In exchange, they would receive access to advanced technology, safe trade routes, and a seat at the table of galactic politics. They expected humanity to accept. But humanity did not. A stubborn and independent species. At first, the leaders of Earth debated the offer. There were those who saw the benefits of integration: no more war, access to unimaginable resources, a place among the stars. But others saw it differently. Humanity had fought for every inch of its progress. From the ruins of ancient empires to the colonization of Mars, humans had never accepted rule from outsiders. The Council spoke of peace, but it was a peace built on obedience. Humanity would become another subject species, its destiny dictated by alien overlords. The Council assured them that they would not be slaves, merely part of a larger whole. But to humanity, sovereignty was not something to be bargained away. When Earth's leaders hesitated, the Council grew impatient. They issued an ultimatum: join willingly, or be brought into compliance. That was their mistake. The first shots fired. The Council believed that resistance was impossible. They had pacified countless species before, some far more advanced than humanity. Their technology was centuries ahead of human capabilities, their fleets vast and powerful. When a Council fleet arrived in the Sol system to enforce compliance, they expected a swift surrender. Instead, they found themselves facing an enemy unlike any they had encountered. Human ships, though primitive by Council standards, did not retreat. They fought. They adapted. And they struck with a ferocity that caught the Council completely off guard. The first battle over Jupiter was supposed to be a show of force. Instead, it became a slaughter of the Council. The humans had studied Council tactics, learning their weaknesses and exploiting them with brutal efficiency. The Council, used to fighting predictable enemies, could not keep up. The war had begun. Part 4: A war humanity wasn't supposed to win. The Council believed the conflict would end quickly. But they had underestimated the resilience of the human spirit. Humanity was no stranger to war. They had spent their entire history perfecting the art of destruction. From the trenches of Earth's world wars to the zero-gravity combat of space, humans fought with a level of adaptability and ruthlessness that the Council had never seen. The Council's fleets were massive, but slow. Their strategies were based on deterrence, not all-out war. Humanity fought dirty. They launched ambushes, sabotaged supply lines, and turned their own ships into weapons when necessary. Every battle that humanity lost only made them stronger. They learned from every defeat, evolved with every encounter. The Council, rigid and unchanging, did not. The war was no longer about survival. It was about dominance. Part 5: The Council begins to crumble. What was supposed to be a quick war of pacification had turned into a nightmare for the Galactic Council. Their fleets were suffering catastrophic losses, their once unquestioned authority eroding with each battle. Other species, once terrified of the Council's power, saw humanity as a symbol of rebellion. Some began to resist, inspired by the defiance of Earth. Others secretly aided humanity, supplying them with intelligence and resources. The Council's leadership was in disarray. Some advocated for negotiation, realizing that humanity was not an enemy they could defeat. Others demanded escalation, believing that overwhelming force would finally break them. But humanity did not break. Part 6: Humanity's Wrath Unleashed. As the war dragged on, humanity stopped fighting defensively. They took the war to the Council's territory, striking at their core worlds. Earth had always been a world of survivors, and now it was a world of conquerors. Human fleets, once small and outgunned, now swelled with captured Council technology. They adapted, improved, and repurposed everything they took. Entire Council armadas were wiped out. Planets that had once been untouchable were bombarded into submission. The Council had never faced an enemy willing to do whatever it took to win. The galaxy watched in horror as humanity transformed from the underdog into the dominant force of war. Part 7: The Plea for Peace. The Council was desperate. Their centuries-old empire was unraveling, their fleets were in ruins, and their worlds were burning. At last, they begged for peace. They sent emissaries to Earth, offering unconditional surrender. They promised reparations, technology, entire star systems if humanity would only stop. They offered to dismantle their rule, to let humanity govern itself freely. But humanity denied them. Part 8: No Mercy for Tyrants. Humanity had suffered too much. Too many had died, too many had been lost for them to simply accept a surrender. The Council had ruled the galaxy with an iron fist wrapped in diplomacy. They had dictated the fate of civilizations for millennia, deciding who thrived and who perished. Now, they wanted forgiveness. But humanity had no forgiveness left to give. They remembered the ultimatum, the demand for submission. They remembered the destruction of human colonies, the lives lost, the suffering